back of the right arm. So this is the right, and that's the left, and this is the right, and that's the left. I'm good, thank you for asking. So let's see, back of the right arm, boom. So that's 4.5%, and the front of the left leg, that's a whole 9%. The interior head and neck, okay, so that's 4.5%. And then the perineal is 1%. So we're gonna add all of these together. 4.5 plus 9 plus 4.5 plus 1 is, oh God, that ain't what I got. So that's 9 plus 9 is 18 plus, okay, 1 is 19. So that's 19%. So 4 milliliters times your 19% of TBSA, and then we need to find the weight in kilograms. So the patient weighs 132 pounds. So we know we're going to divide that by 2.2 and get kgs. And that's 60. So 60 kgs. So this is our formula. So we'll do 4 multiplied by 19 multiplied by 60. And that's 4,560 milliliters that this burn patient will get back into their circulatory system. Have y'all gone over burns in school yet? Or Parkland formula? Not as of yet. Okay, well, it's coming. You'll get there. Nope, not yet. Okay. That's when I saw it. I was like, what the what? Y'all are so funny. Okay. Well, don't fret. It's coming. Slowly but surely. You probably get in like your critical unit, okay? But this is how you do it. Yay. Alrighty. Let's go to the next one. 25-year-old male patient has deep partial thickness burns on the back of the right arm, back of the left arm, front of the left leg, and the perineum. The patient weighs 225 pounds. Use the Parkland burn formula to calculate the total amount of lactated rinkers that will be given over the next 24 hours. Alrighty, so we're needing to find the TBSA, and you use your rule of 9s, and you see I have my handy dandy structure down here. No, this is the left, that's the right. Right, so we can figure it out. Okay, so right arm, the back of the right arm, and the back of the left arm, and the front of the left arm, and the perineum. Okay, so let's add that all together. So 4.5 and 4.5, 4.5, and then 1. So what's that? Basically 14.5. That's 9. Well, 4.4, 4.5, 4.5. That's 9. Plus 1 more is 10, right? And then another 4.5. Okay. So then we will use our formula. 4 mLs times 14.5 times the weight in kilograms. So they weigh 225 pounds, and we're going to divide that by 2.2. Get 102.27 kgs. and you multiply all those together. So 4 times 14.5 times 102.27, and they will get 5,931.66 milliliters. Half of it is given in the first 8 hours, and then the other half is given in the next 16 hours. All right. Okay, so here we go. Some IV stuff. At 12 o'clock, 12 noon, 300 milliliters of fluid is left in your client's IV bag. The ordered rate of infusion is, whoa, 100 milliliters per hour. At what rate, at what time should the infusion be complete? Alrighty, so we are looking for hours, right? And how are we tonight? Are we dimensional analysis? Are we ratio and proportion? Are we formulas? Are we desired over half? What are we doing? Y'all let me know in the comments below. Desired over half. Manda Panda? Okay. Dimensional analysis for me. See if anybody else says anything. Okay. So this is how we're gonna work it out. We're looking for hours, okay? So our rate, you want to learn dimensional? Okay, I teach you. So when we do dimensional analysis, I like to start with on the top what I'm looking for. Dimensional analysis is kind of like a puzzle. So everything that's on the top has to cross out with what's on the bottom. Okay, so we are given 100 mLs per hour is our IV rate. Okay, we have 300 mLs in the bag, and we have the time that it started, and we're looking for time. So we're gonna look for hours, okay? Because that's what you have, milliliters per hour. So I'm gonna start with my hours at the top. So I'm gonna take this right here, and we're gonna start with 1 hour, because you know that one's invisible. Okay, that one is the leading coefficient, is assumed. 1 hour over 100 milliliters. Okay, so we have milliliters at the bottom, we need milliliters at the top. So the next step we're going to take is take our 300 milliliters that's left in the bag. Okay, and we're going to cross that out. Boom, boom. You see our milliliters have crossed out, and we are left with hours. Okay, so 300 divided by 100 is going to be 3 hours. That's how long it's left for the rest of the fluid to be infused. So if we start at 12 o'clock and we're adding 3 more hours, what time will our infusion be done? You start at 12 and you go 3 hours, our infusion will be finished at 1500. Boom, boom. Okay. This one should have been in the front. It's an easy peasy lemon squeezy one. Alrighty. So, Manda Panda, I'm gonna show you how to do this one using dimensional analysis. Now, I come up with a little saying to kind of by-step all that. If you can't remember, do I multiply by 1,000? Do I divide by 1,000? Which way do I go? So, little large left, might slight right. But we'll come back to that afterwards. We're going to do dimensional analysis because you want to learn, and I want you to learn, because I believe that dimensional analysis, you can solve any kind of nursing dosage calculation problem. Any. Okay? So, we are looking for milligrams, right? So, I'm going to start with my milligrams. And we're going to put grams on the bottom because that's what we want to cross out, right? So, 1 gram is 1,000 milligrams. All right? So, we got grams at the bottom. We want grams at the top, so it'll cross out, okay? And Cairo, I don't know how to say your name. Yeah, that's right. So, we will put our grams on the top right here. 0.56 grams. We see that it crosses out, and you will move this 3 decimal spaces. So that what? 1, 2. Oh, did I do too many? Yeah, I did too many. But you see how it crosses out at the top and at the bottom, and you're left with what it is that you're looking for. So when I was telling you, because sometimes you don't know if you want to divide, if you want to multiply, that if you use little to large, 3 decimal spaces to the left, right to might to slight, 3 decimal places to your right, Lord, decimal places is killing me tonight. So a gram is larger than a milligram. So we're going from a mighty big unit of measure to a slight unit. So might to slight, go to the right, 3 decimal places. So you have 0.56, you move it 1, 2, 3. Okay? So then you see your new decimal places right here. So that would be that. Okay? When I see gram to milligram, I automatically just do times 1,000. Okay. And if it's milligram, you just, yeah. Some people just kind of put it in their head, but then, you know, some metric system can be really tricky for some people who don't understand all those zeros and the decimal places and all that. So if it works for you, then hey, keep doing it. If it's not broke, don't fix. Yes, I get turned around when there's a third step, such as microgram, and then you have like the milligrams. Yeah. So with dimensional analysis, it'll automatically include that conversion step. So you won't have to convert it. It'll just be all in the problem. Ow. Alrighty. So what is this one? A doctor prescribes 250 milligrams of drug X to be taken by a 35-pound infant every 8 hours. The medication label indicates that 75 to 150 milligrams per kilogram per day is the desired dosage range. Is this doctor's order within the desired range? So a lot of people, when they do safe dose range, get confused on is it safe or is it not. So we need to just break down. A range means that there is a limit. There's a lower limit and there is a upper limit. Okay, so you've got an amount that is the bottom limit that you can't give less than, and then you have an upper limit that you cannot get more of. So if it's less than, it's subtherapeutic. If it's more, then it's going to be toxic. So you have to take both of those numbers and find how much, according to how much your patient weighs, is within a safe range. So if it's at the limit or in between those two numbers, then it will be considered safe. If it's below that lower number, or if it's above that upper number, that higher level, then you cannot give it. All right. So PPP, patient prescription product. That's all what I use, because a lot of people get confused about what it is that I need to take out of this problem to solve the question. So we need our patient. and their weight is going to be 35 pounds. So that's your patient information. Your prescription, so basically is 250 milligrams of this drug every 8 hours. Okay, and then the product in this case is going to be the range of how much we can give them. All right, so let's look at how much we can give this baby. So 75 milligrams per kilogram per day is what is acceptable. So we have our patient's weight and it's in pounds, so we need a conversion. So 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds. You put kilogram on the top because you got kilogram on the bottom, and what goes on the top must cross out with what's on the bottom. Lord, I cannot talk tonight. I don't know. So we're looking for milligrams. That's what we started out with, okay? So here we go. So now we can put our patient weight, which is in pounds, at the top. So pounds are going to cross out, okay? Then look, ma'am, I'm having a hard time here. So look, the prescription says every 8 hours. So that means that in 1 day, this dose is ordered to be given every 8 hours. So that's 3 doses in 1 day. So 24 hours divided by 8 hours means there are 3 doses in a day. Okay, so we need to see if this 1 dose, because 250 milligrams is ordered for 1 dose, is safe. So we're going to find our dose amount. Not the whole day, because then you would have to divide that by 3, okay? So in 1 day, there are 3 doses. Okay? So now we can multiply across the top and multiply across the bottom and then divide. So 75 times 35 is that, and then 3 times 2.2 is 6.6. So our lower limit is going to be that. So now we need to find the high limit. So that's 150. Do it the same exact way over a kilogram per day. 1 kilogram over 2.2 pounds, because we have our patient's weight in pounds and we need it in kilograms. So that crosses out. 35 pounds. Then in 1 day, we are giving 3 doses. You got milligram per dose, okay? So now we can multiply across the top. And then divide. And that's going to be 795.45 milligrams. Okay? So, is this dose a safe dose? If our range is this to this, is this safe to give? Nope, it's not safe, because it's below this number and it's supposed to be in between. So absolutely absolutely correct. You would not give this because it's not going to be enough. It's not going to do anything. Poor little baby just taking medicine, and you probably had to struggle to give it to them. They spit it out. Like, oh no, they didn't get all of it. So then that's even lower than the dose that the doctors ordered. So yeah. All right. So drug T, 0.203 grams. IM Q12 available. Drug T, 1 gram. Directions for mixing: add 3 ml of sterile water or normal saline for injection to make 3.7 ml, which has the concentration of 270 milligrams per ml. How many mLs would you give per dose? So remember, my fellow estudiantes, that we are looking for the concentration in a reconstitution problems. Reconstitution simply means to make a powder back into a liquid. So you're adding a diluent, which it says could be water, sterile water, or normal saline. And when you add that to the vial and shake it up, then your drug will be 250 milligrams per milliliter. So you always have to have the strength over the volume in order to find a dose, okay? So, patient prescription product. We don't have a patient's weight. We do have the medicine right here, and then we are ordered to give this right here, okay? So we are looking for milliliters, all right? So since we are looking for milliliters, I like to start with my milliliters at the top. So 1 ml over 270 milligrams. And then I go to my order right here because I have grams, and we are in milligrams. So that means that we need to do a conversion, all right? So I got milligrams on the bottom. I'm going to put milligrams on the top, okay? So milligrams over grams. So 1 gram is 1,000 milligrams, and you see our milligrams crossed out, okay? Now we got grams on the bottom, and in our order we have grams, so we're going to put that right there on the top. So 0.23 grams, okay? And that's going to cross out, and what are we left with? Milliliters. So we'll multiply and then divide, and we're going to give 0.75 milliliters. Manda Panda, are you still with us? And is the way that we are doing these dimensional analysis making sense? Miss Glenda, you good? Hey Gia. Jessica, nice for you to join us. What y'all thinking? How are we? I'm here and maybe. Okay, we'll do some more. I love dimensional analysis. Yeah, I had a love-hate relationship with it at first, but like I said, I've had a change of heart. You know, we're entitled to a change of heart. When it's done any other way, my mind instantly goes to dimensional analysis. Yeah. I still love ratio and proportion. I mean, you can see it, you know, and it's an easy way to kind of double check yourself too. So, you know, it's more than one way to solve a problem, long as it works for you, and if you understand it, that's the way to do it. That's all we're trying to do, is get these 90s and 100s on these mandatory tests so we can go to clinical and we can pass nursing school and give folks the right stuff. Yay. Okay. Drug, you're welcome. You're so very welcome. Drug N, 7 micrograms Will desire over half become a problem later down the road? So, Manda Panda, desired over half is good for like your oral problems, like how many tablets, if you have this many supplied and this many ordered. Some IV problems, some heparin problems. But when you get to like your titration, oh my gosh, I can't talk tonight. Titration problems and like your critical drips where it's like this is a perfect example. You really can't do desired over half right off the bat. You've got to take some more steps in order to get the information that you need to solve the problem. And after I do a dimensional analysis, I'll show you what I mean. So you know, it might cause a problem if you're used to doing desired over half and you're like, what am I desiring and what do I have? You have to take the weight and change it if it's in pounds, and you've got to find how many milligrams, because you got milligrams per kilogram per minute and you need milliliters per hour. So yeah, it gets a little rough. So when you do dimensional analysis, it's all kind of step by step. You see what it is that needs to be crossed out, that's on the top and on the bottom, and then once everything is crossed out, you see what it is that you're looking to solve for. Okay, yeah. All right, so on this one we need milliliters per hour. Yeah, so my question got cut off. So patient prescription product, that's PPP, not the loan. PPP, patient prescription product. Your patient's gonna be a patient's weight. I'm falling apart. Your prescription is going to be the doctor's order, and your product is your medicine, the concentration of the medicine. Okay, so our patient's weight is 62 kilograms. We don't have to convert it, they've already got it. Our prescription is 7 micrograms per kg per minute, and then we have drug in 50 milligrams per 250 milliliters in D5W. Okay, so we're looking for milliliters over hour because we're setting up our IV pump for this drip. Okay, so if we're looking for milliliters over hour, that means we want milliliters at the top and hours at the bottom. So I'm gonna start with my milliliters. So I'm gonna go to my last P, and I'm gonna go to the middle P, and I'm gonna go to my first P. So my last P's got my 250 mLs per 50 milligrams. Okay, so 250 milliliters over 50 milligrams. Boom. Okay, now look here. Our order is in micrograms, it's not in milligrams. What's at the top has to cross out with what's on the bottom. So you gotta have milligrams to cross out with those milligrams on the bottom. So right here, we're going to insert a conversion. Okay, so milligrams on top, micrograms on the bottom. So 1 milligram is 1,000 micrograms. You see that crosses out. Okay, so now we can go to our middle P, which is your prescription. So we can put those micrograms right there on the top because we have micrograms on the bottom. So 7 mics per kg per minute. All right, cross it out. Now we have kilograms that we need to cross out, and luckily our patient's weight has already been changed and supplied for us in kgs, so we don't have to do a conversion. Alrighty, 62 kgs, and then we're left with milliliter over minute. We don't need ml over minute, we need mLs per hour, so we have to insert one last conversion. Okay, so 60 minutes is in 1 hour, and you see your minutes crossed out, and what you're left with is milliliter over hours. Okay, let me know something. Y'all let me know if you with me. If I need to back up before we solve it, it's like, hey, why'd you take this step? This is what we're here for. This is why I do this. So, you know, sometimes in class you don't want to ask, like, I don't know why they get this 1. Where did this 5 come from? Where is this 2? Like, why did you do that? This is why we do it. This is a free live study session. So come on. Let me know. Before I go eat my ribs. I ain't ate all day. So maybe that's why I can't talk. I need some glucose. Yeah, and if this live is beneficial to you, please share it and like it. Put it out into the TikTok verse and share the algorithm so it'll pick it up. I appreciate it. Manda Panda, you laughing at me, but I'm being so serious. I'm being so serious. So serious. Soon as I get off of this here internet. Oh yeah. Francesca, hey. Alright, so I think nobody has a question, so we'll go ahead and solve it. I'm going to skip. Okay. Well, you know where to find me. You know where to find me. Now, I am doing a raffle, if you will. A chance to win a free tutoring session. Yeah, there's a post on my page and you will see it, and you have to like the post, you have to follow me, and then you have to tag a friend. So yeah, if you're interested in winning a free one-on-one tutoring session with me, Nursey, then you can find that post and follow the instructions, and I'm gonna choose on Wednesday who wins that free tutoring session. So yeah, I don't know how I forgot that. Maybe it's because I need my ribs. Alrighty, so 250 times 7 times 62 times 60. So you see, yes ma'am, I try to be a blessing. You see that? That's a long number. You see that? That's a long number. So I'm not about to write this long number down, because what if I miss a 0? Then you know 1 0 can really skew your results, and it can make you have the wrong answer after you've done all this hard work to set up your problem. And you know, they don't give half credit just for showing your work. You got to get the right answer. So after I've entered all that at the top, I'm going to hit the divide button. Boom. So everything on this bottom part is divide. So 50. Boom. Divide. 1,000. Divide. And then the other coefficients are 1. So I'm not even going to put 1. So I'm just going to hit equals. And that was that 130 milliliters per hour, because we are recording using a whole number. So how y'all feel about that? Yeah? No? Maybe so? Manda Panda. So if you don't, give me food. I'm falling apart. Okay, so if you don't want to use the dimensional analysis, and you'll say, okay, I like ratio of proportion, I like desired over half, you have to take several steps to get the information you need. So in this case, you already have your patient's weight in kilograms, which you need for the prescription part right here. So it's 7 micrograms per kilogram per minute. So you can multiply your 7 micrograms times your weight, which is 62 kilograms, and that's going to tell you how many micrograms you can give in a minute. So 7 times 62 is 434 micrograms per minute. Okay? We need milliliter per hour, right? So we need to multiply this by 60 minutes to see how much we give in a whole hour. So that's 26,040 micrograms in an hour. Now, if we look at our medicine, it's in milligrams. So we need to convert our micrograms into milligrams. So you can either do the divide or multiply by 1,000 depending on what your units are, or you can do little large left, mic to slight right. I'm going to do, okay, so we're going to milligrams, so I'm going to do little large left. So I'm going to take this number right here and put my decimal, and I'm going to go to the left. 1, 2, 3. So that's going to be 26.04 milligrams. So now that you know how many milligrams to give, you can figure out milliliters. So you can use desired over half at this point in time. So you use your 50 milligrams that you have and 250 mLs, and now you solve it like that. And you see you get the same answer, okay? 130 milliliters. So you don't have to use dimensional analysis. I don't want to bully you into thinking that you have to. You don't. It's easier, yeah. And you don't have to take these other steps because, you know, if you don't know what it is that you're looking for and how to get there, then it's difficult. So basically, if you're not using dimensional analysis, you need to figure out how much of the medicine to give. So you're going to use your micrograms, turn them into milligrams, and then use your desired over half or your ratio and proportion. And if you do ratio and proportion, thank you, Amanda Panda. That was so nice of you. If you do ratio and proportion, you would set it up like this. So that 26.04 over X, and then 50 milligrams over 250 mLs. You know what's at the top on both sides have to match, and what's on the bottom has to match on both sides because it is an equal sign. Equal means it's equal. So we're looking for mLs, so the mLs are on the bottom. So you cross multiply and divide. We don't like to leave nobody out. So I'm sorry if you're like, oh, you figured this problem out already. I'm sorry. I want to make sure everybody who uses all the methods gets it. Ooh, so 60, yeah, it's going to equal the same amount, but I still want to do it just so I can show you. Boom. It's the same thing. So 130, okay? All right. An 8-month-old infant who weighs 7 kilograms has been prescribed acetaminophen 100 milligrams every 4 hours, PO for fever. The recommended dose range for infants is 10 to 15 milligrams per kilogram per dose. Calculate the acceptable dosage range for this infant, whose name is Declan, and determine if the prescribed dose is safe. Okay? So, we are needing to figure out which elements we need to solve the problem. PPP, patient prescription product. So, patient's weight, 7 kgs. He's been prescribed 100 milligrams every 4 to 6 hours. And then the dose is 10 to 15 milligrams per kilogram per dose. So you have to pay attention to these words when it tells you per day, per minute, per hour, per dose, whatever. So this is for one dose. This is how much that the patient can have, okay? So we are going to set it up like we've done before. 10 milligrams per kilogram per dose. The patient's weight is already in kilograms. So we see our kilograms crossed out and we're left with mgs per dose. Look how easy that was, okay? You see it, you crossed it out, we know what we got. So what's that? 70 milligrams per dose is our lower limit, and then 15 milligrams per kilogram per dose is for our upper limit. So we're going to do the same thing to figure that one out, okay? Cross out your kilograms. So it's 105 milligram per dose, okay? So this is our dose range, our safe dose range. Is this dose that the doctor ordered safe? I feel like Dora. You know when Dora's like, do you see the such such? Look, feed me, child. Feed me, Seymour. I am losing it. So, yes. Yes, it's safe. It is safe. It is safe. Cool, good, yeah. All right, cool. And so if I am going to, I promise you I am. I got up and I went to church today and did some crafting projects and stuff, and I've just been going. And so yeah, I need to eat. So if you do you see me falling apart in real time, but it's okay. This right here is still working. We still getting through these problems. That's all that matters. So if you don't like to do dimensional analysis to set these type problems up, this is how you would do it, okay? You would take your weight, so you would take your weight and multiply it by your dose range. So 10 milligrams times 7 kgs is going to be 70 kilograms per dose. And then, what is it, 15 milligrams times 7 kgs is going to be that 105, sorry, milligrams. I'm sorry, I messed up. I know I put the wrong thing. I'm sorry, okay, per dose. And then you would see that you have your range, and you would go back to this part, which is your order. And so it's one dose is 100 milligrams, because that's 100 milligrams every 4 to 6 hours. So every 4 to 6 hours you give 100. So that means that's one dose, okay? All right, so that's how you solve that. All right, there's a BSA we have, and it says calculate the BSA. Are y'all on BSA problems where you have to use the meter square in the problem to calculate it? Why are you doing the running man? Yeah, run to this. Come on, you got it. So this problem, you can either get the patient's information in like feet and inches or pounds. So no, and I'm in week 3. Okay, well, I mean, these are the last 2 problems that I have for tonight. You know what I mean? Is anybody doing BSA? This is what was requested, so that's why I put it in here. It's not gonna hurt my feelings, I'm telling you that. That's just gonna mean that I'm closer to eating my ribs. And my green beans and my potatoes. So, you know, we can skip straight over to nurse chat if you don't want to do body surface. Okay, all right, you got to tell me but one time. Gotta tell me one time. All right. So yeah, that was Study Buddy Sunday. And you know, I'll be back on Wednesday night with more questions. Study Buddy Sunday, I kind of make it a little bit shorter. You're welcome. You're very welcome. I appreciate y'all coming on and having a study session with me and giving me feedback and let me know, you know, how I can service the nursing community. Yeah, so y'all got any questions tonight? Any requests for Wednesday? Don't forget to go under my profile and enter to win a free one-on-one session with moi. I will have eaten then, and I will be fresh, and I could say milliliter and all the other words that I mispronounced tonight. I come on Sunday nights and Wednesday nights for those who have not been here. I've been a nurse for 13 years. I started off as an LPN, and I did long-term care, school nursing, home health, rehab, and then I went back and got my associates in nursing, and then I got my bachelor's. So here we are now. I do work. I work at night shift, stand up, and I work in med surge, and I love med surge, so don't talk about med surge, okay? Thanks for all your help. Go eat. We will see you Wednesday. Are you kicking me off? Oh man, I get kicked off my own life. I mean, God dog it. Was it really that bad? Okay. Well, do y'all have any requests for Wednesday before I go eat? Any requests? Any requests? Same problems? Okay. Okay. Well, I have some more ins and outs. Wait a minute. I told a story. Oh, I knew I had an in and out one. Hold on. I got to give it to you because I found it on purpose for you. Come on, thing. Ha. So, calculate the I's and O's for 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. shift. This is me. Yay. Intake IV fluid at 100 milliliters per hour. A half a cup of water with PO meds at 2100. IV piggyback 50 mLs at 2200 and 600. Then 100 mLs at midnight and 600. Okay. They're getting a continuous bladder irrigation of 4,000 mLs per 12-hour shift, and the output in their catheter is 5,850 mLs. So what's the input? The I's and O's. So you said I should have just went on ahead and gone on and just went. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But you asked me for this. You asked me. You asked me for this. Just don't look, Miss Glenda. Just don't put any chairs in the comments. We good. We'll be okay. Just don't put no chairs. No chairs. Brings a whole new meaning to have several seats. Okay. Alrighty. So if if they have 100 mLs, okay, at 12 for 12 hours, so you times that by the whole shift. So that's going to be 1,200 mLs. Okay. So we just basically looking at each element that's going in and the times on it, okay? And then making sure that all of your fluids or what's going in is calculated in milliliters, and you just add all of them together, okay? So half a cup of water with PO meds at 2100. So a cup of water is 8 ounces. So half of 8 ounces is 4 ounces. 4 times 30 is going to be 120 mLs. You with me? All right. IV piggyback. So wait a minute. We had an IV piggyback of 50 mLs at 2200 and 600, and then we had a piggyback of 100 mLs at midnight and 6. So let's see. That's going to be 100 for those two, and then it's going to be 200 for those, okay? And then they're getting this that's going in, and that is going out. And to calculate the output for this, because it's a bladder irrigation, so that means that it's just getting infused and coming back out, and to know how much that they have had, like, of urine, you just would subtract this from this. So that's your output, okay? Our input is over here. So let's see. Use my handy dandy calculator. Yeah, I'm trying to find like the complicated ones or make up some more complicated ones, because some of them are like really easy. All right, so there you go. Oh, and then of course your 4,000. Well, that's good in the sense of complicated. Yep. Alrighty. So anybody who is needing one-on-one tutoring, it's where you can find me. You can find me. So yeah, I will prepare for the rest of the week. I hope that you all have a good week. I hope your nursing school experience is going well. You know, my inbox is open. My email is open. It's that, well, nursebsn@abrn tutoring. You know, I'm here for you guys. Y'all are here for me. We are here for we. And I'm about to go eat my ribs. So, dear Lord, we thank you. We thank you for this Sunday. We thank you for the congregation and the fellowship of nursing students and healthcare professionals who are seeking higher education, Lord, to take care of your people. We ask that, Lord, that you guide them and lead them and let them understand the material, not just dosage calculations, but all of the topics that are being covered, that it sticks with them, that you make it plain, that they understand, Lord, so that they can finish their programs and that they can become prudent nurses who take care of your people. And Lord, we always ask that you allow yourself to be seen to somebody through us. We just pray for forgiveness. We ask that you just keep us, Lord, that you strengthen us, and that we, at the end of our journey, come to see you face to face. And we just thank you, we love you, we praise you, and we lift you up. In Jesus' name, we pray. Amen. So y'all have a good night. I will see you Wednesday, hopefully. It is so, yes. I'll have a good week. I'm going to go to work tomorrow. And I think I got to work tomorrow and Friday. Yeah, I think so. I need to check, don't it? But yes, I will see you Wednesday night. I'm going to have more complicated eyes and old problems. I'm going to go eat. And y'all have a good night. And I'll see you later. Bye.